Hi students, the last class we started our social and political life textbook, chapter 1, understanding diversity. Uh, the last day we discussed what you mean by diversity, how inequality and caste system cause the diversity in India. Then we discussed the story of Samir Ek and Samir Do. How did they differ each other? Okay, how did Samir Ek and Samir Do different from each other? We all know they, in their life so many diversities existed in their economic condition, social condition, even linguistic and geographical condition. Okay, from the story, I hope that you understood what you mean by diversity. Diversity means differences. When you look around, you in your classroom, can you see exactly like you? Never. You cannot see a person exactly like you. Everyone is different from each other. In the case of looking, caste, creed, and in the field of economic condition, food they taste, then everything different. That differences we can say as diversity. Okay. Here, let's try to understand the how historical and cultural factors influence the diversity of a region. Okay, how historical and cultural or how the historical and geographical factors influence diversity of the region. Here, let's compare two regions in India. First Ladakh, then Gera. Okay, we all know Ladakh is situated in the eastern part of Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir. While Kerala is situated in southern part of India. Southern state. You all know where Jammu Kashmir is situated. The northern tip of or topmost part of topmost state we can see Jammu Kashmir. So we took two places. One is from the northern top state and other is the southern top state. Okay, here let's compare the geographical and historical factors in Ladakh and Kerala. How the geographical and historical factors influence the culture of that region. Okay, here in the case of Ladakh, Ladakh is situated in the eastern part of Jammu Kashmir. It is a desert region. What is the peculiarity of or what is the specialty of Ladakh? It is a desert region. It is located far from Jammu Kashmir. Okay, desert region. As a desert region, you can understand here agriculture is less. Okay, because of low rain, low amount of rain cause the less agriculture in Ladakh. Okay, desert because of desert here less agriculture we can see less agriculture. Okay, then there the daily life depend on the rearing of sheep. Okay, so they term sheep. Term sheep and they will get wool from sheep and the special type of shawl made in Jammu Kashmir as well as Ladakh where Pashmina shawl. What is the name of shawl? Pashmina. Pashmina shawl we can see enough in Ladakh. Okay, from our explanation, I hope that you could understand the geographical situation and as the geographic situation is desert, here we can see less agriculture. Less agriculture means that as a desert, here they got only less amount of rainwater. Then the main occupation was based on rearing of sheep because they got wool from sheep and from this wool they made a pashmina shawl. Pashmina shawl is very costly in India. From it made in Jammu Kashmir and transported to other parts of India. It was a famous. Then in the case of Kerala, we can see the main occupation of people of Kerala was on the basis of agriculture. Then main staple food was rice. Here we can see in geographically there were diverse in character. In Ladakh it is a desert, and in Kerala it is suitable for agricultural land. Geographically we can see differences. Then as a result of desert region, we can see here less agriculture because of less amount of rainwater they get. Geographically, another important specialty of Ladakh is covered snow large part of the year. In a year, large part of the months covered with the snow. So we can see few trees here. Then another important matter, in a summer season, here the ice melting, and we can see here we can see flood because of ice melting. These people of inhabitants in Ladakh use this water as drinking water. Then another important their daily habit was meat and milk were their staple food. So they take cow, goats, and yak cows. Yak cows. Here, yak cows. Okay. What? On contrary, in Kerala, they depend on the brewing of spices. We brew spices like pepper, cloves, cardamom, etc. So foreigners came in Kerala for collecting our spices. And the foreigners such as Jewish, Arabs, Chinese travelers came in India and collected our spices and our pure cotton during the since the ancient period. Then another important thing, apostolate, Saint Thomas tried to spread Christianity in Kerala. So he was the father of all considered as Christianity in Kerala. Okay, let's compare the geographical and historical factors of Kerala and Ladakh. Here we already discussed Ladakh is situated in the eastern part of Jammu Kashmir. It is a desert region. As a desert region, there we can see less agriculture and less amount of rain they get it. So another important feature, larger part of a year we can see snow covered in this region. So we can see few trees grow here. Then another important matter, in a summer season, the ice melted, and they use the melting ice mass drinking water. Then the staple food was, or they use, I already told you, they tame sheep to get wool. Then they tame cow, goats, and young goats for their milk and meat. Then in the case of Kerala, it located geographically located in southern India. Then here agriculture was our main occupation. And the rice cultivation is the main cultivation we can see in Kerala. Then we also grow spices like pepper, cloves, cardamom, etc. Several foreigners came in Kerala and collected our spices, and the Jewish, Arab, and Chinese travelers. In the travelogue of Ibn Battuta, he described about the Kerala people. They Christians, Muslims, Hindus, and all they here they were living together in unity, and also he described about the Muslims community of Kerala and described about them as they were highly respected community. Here from the special features of Ladakh and Kerala, we can see in geographically it was we can say several diversities or differences. But historically, culturally, we can see so many similarities. What was the differences and similarities? The difference was Ladakh is a desert region, but voice versa, Kerala is a more place to get to moderate climate, and we all know why Kerala is known as God's own country. Okay. Then here agriculture, less agriculture because of less amount rain they get. Here agriculture was the main occupation of Kerala people. Then here another important difference was they turned sheep to get wool, and they made pashmina shawl. There are special shawl made in Ladakh and Jammu Kashmir was pashmina shawl. It was very costly, but here cheaply they made pashmina shawl. Here agriculture and the spices were the special crops we grow in Kerala. And then important these similarities. In similarities, we can see so many foreigners arrived in Ladakh and Kerala also. And from that foreigners, we can see this cultural synthesis. How did the diversity occur in this region? How did thousands of differences occur in India due to several foreigners came in India and they adopted our culture and they introduced their customs and values here. Example, in Kerala, I already told you the foreigners like Arab, Jewish, Chinese arrived in India and they introduced or established several cultural differences in Kerala and they adopted our system also. Here we can see in Kerala, in coastal region, the people used the fish net. That fish net is saying look like China wala. China wala means the Chinese net. It was considered as this net was we adopted from China. So this name was China wala. Then we used the utensils in our house. Do you know what it means by China chatti? This China chatti came from China. We considered it came from China, so its name was China chatti. It was a part of cultural synthesis. Because of the foreigner China, we get the idea of China wala and China chatti. Then we all know Arabs also came in Kerala and they spread Islam ideas of Islam, and Saint Thomas came here and he spread the idea of Christianity. So we can see in Kerala religious differences. With the religious differences, we can see unity among them. So we can see Hindus, Muslims, Christians, and Jewish, Buddhists, etc. were living together in Kerala with peaceful atmosphere. Okay. From this we can see the historical and theological factors influence our cultural differences. Okay. So it is a important part to describe how historical and geographical factors influence our culture. Okay. So when you look the questions like compare the historical and geographical difference of Ladakh and Kerala. In sometimes 3 mark or 5 mark question, you can compare Kerala and Ladakh like that. Okay. Here, another important topic in this chapter was unity in diversity. Unity in diversity. What do you mean by unity in diversity? Who described the term unity in diversity? Hmm? Jawaharlal Nehru described. Jawaharlal Nehru. Who was Jawaharlal Nehru? Our first Prime Minister of India. He described India in the term unity in diversity. How did he describe our country as unity in diversity? Do you think the term is appropriate term to use India? Exactly, we can say this is a suitable word to describe India, because we all know how many fields we can familiarize diversity in the field of caste, religion, creed, color, sex, geography, and language. In every case, even in food style, India exists the diversity. From this diversity, we have a unity that is we all are Indians. Whether in Hindu or Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, Judah, and Parsi, everyone they consider us Indians. I already told you in our last class. I already told you we have no official religion. Our country is which type of country? Secular country. What do you mean by secular? We have no official religion. In many parts of the world, many countries follow official religion. When many countries follow official religion, our country have no official religion. That type of country was known as secular nation. Okay, secular country. Here, how did Jawaharlal Nehru describe India's unity in diversity? You all know during the British period, they observe when they arrived in India, they observe every field, they observe the diversity in the field of caste, religion, sex, geography, language, etc. So they thought that they could easily disintegrate the country on the basis of this diversity. But the Indians proved before the British, no one can divide the country on the basis of this diversity. And the term strengthened during 1980s, 1990 period. What happened in 1980? The British passed a law that is Rowlatt Act. Did you hear what do you mean by Rowlatt Act? Rowlatt Act was the black law introduced by British in India. What do you mean by Rowlatt Act? What were the provisions? Do you know what were the provisions in Rowlatt Act? As this act, anyone can arrest and detain by British police without any trial. വിചാരണ കൂടാതെ ഏതൊരാളെ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും അറസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന പറയുന്ന ആക്ട് ആയിരുന്നു റൗലറ്റ് ആക്ട്. So the people in India, in Amritsar, people of that area organized very peacefully on the ground, and the General Dyer ordered for fire, and several people died during this incident. This incident was known as Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Did you hear Jallianwala Bagh massacre? Which people killed during that time? To organize against Rowlatt Act. The people who organized against Rowlatt Act, the assembly was very peaceful, but the British general ordered fire and hundreds of people killed in this ground. This incident was known as Jallianwala Bagh massacre. In your text, a poem sung by here the Indian People Theatre Association published a poem after Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Okay, let's read this poem. Look, don't forget the days of blood of fear. In the midst of your happiness, remember to shed a tear for us. The hunter has thrown away every single flower. Do plant a flower in the desert garden, dear. Having fallen to bullets which left in Jallianwala Bagh, do light a lamp on his lonely grave, oh friend. The blood of Hindus and Muslims flows together today. Do soak your robe in this river of blood, dear friend. Some rot in jails while others lie in their graves. Do shed a few tears for the poor friend. This song was sung after Jallianwala Bagh massacre. This poem is, I read this poem because here in your exercise questions, underline the line in the poem sung after Jallianwala massacre, which according to you reflects India's essential unity. I already told you British tried to divide our country on the basis of these diversities. But here the ground was organized with the Hindus, Muslims and from all categories of people. So here the poet mentioned the blood of Hindus and Muslims flow together today. In the incident of Jallianwala Bagh massacre, whether Muslim or Christian or Hindus, they blooded together Hindus and Muslims. Here we can say unity is, we can say, during that time. Unity in diversity. Then after the incidents or freedom movements, after several incidents, we can see the power of unity strengthened day by day. But in this also we can say the thought of Britishers were totally failure. No one can distract our diversity, or within diversity we have unity. That was, we are Indians. That was our unity. So Jawaharlal Nehru describes India's unity and diversity. Another important question: do you think it was the term unity and diversity is appropriate to describe India? Yes, exactly. We can say India is a country of unity and diversity. This diverse population or diverse region or diverse language or diversity is the special feature of India among the world. Among the countries of world, we can see many diversities exist in many fields, but there is no problem. Some problems occur because of some political tactics, but those we have no problem in India with this diversity. Since we get independence in 1747, our country is secular. There were so many challenges in our secular concept, but our constitution tried to protect the secular concept, and since 1947 till 2020, we follow the concept of unity and diversity. In our continuing years, we should protect the speciality of our country, unity in diversity. Okay? Here we discuss how geographical and historical factors influence culture. We only took Ladakh and Kerala as example only. When we observe every region in our country, we can observe the diversity in many fields, such as social, economic, cultural, any fields. We can see the diversities. We told only about the Chinese and Arab traders. After that, here so many foreigners came in India, Portuguese, Dutch, French, English, etc. So we didn't mention what type of cultural synthesis happened during that time. During, since our ancient time, we can see the cultural synthesis from Romans, Greek, and then in medieval period, contribution of Islam were very famous. Islam rulers like Delhi Sultan and the Mughal Empire adopted several concepts, and Akbar was the architect of Mughal Empire. He introduced several principles, and in Sultan period, Alauddin Khilji introduced a market reform. In this time we continue the market reform introduced by Alauddin Khilji. So we can say, history we can say from many foreigners we adopted several principles to our culture. others cultural synthesis occur. Okay, so historical factors are very important in culture. Okay, then geographically, I already told you geographically many diversities exist in India. We took only Ladakh and Kerala as example. When we go through western parts, we can see the desert, and in the southern part, the UP and Madhya Pradesh, we can see super CST or certain amount of forest. We can see their culture and tradition were entirely different from our culture. And when we observe the Nagaland people, they were special tribe, and the government protected their culture and tradition, especially. So the government protected their culture also. So we can see several cultural differences occurring in India. Since the ancient till this time, we protect or support the cultural differences in India. Okay, so Jawaharlal Nehru termed India as unity in diversity. Here, let's revise this chapter once more. First, we define what you mean by diversity. Okay, then from this story of Samir Rekha and Samir Do, you understood that how economic social backgrounds affected a child's development. Here, Samir Ek was a newspaper boy, or you already employed boy in his childhood. During that time, it was a time to study or going to school, but he didn't get that facility because of his economic and social background. It's very worse. At the same time, Samir though get several opportunities because of his social condition and economic condition was very highly luxurious, and he get education, and he had parents to observe his daily life. But in Samir Ek, in his childhood, his parents were abroad from or in other state. They lived in other states, and he worked as a newspaper boy in another state. This was the time who get care and love from his parents, but he didn't get. What is the reason? Here we can see inequality in using of resources. Here the resources, all resources Samir do get. During the or at the same time, as they were basic resources. Here in the case of Samir, he didn't get. Okay, then we analyze how what the diversity arts show like. What our diversity arts show like. In the case of Samir and Samir, finally they became friends. As a friend, the Samir though understood what were the problems faced by Samir, and he studied from many things from Samir, and Samir also understood that Samir got education and his culture, and why did I didn't get the facilities. He thought about that. Because of their friendship, they got several things each other. Here we can see several principles adopted Samir Do from Samir A and Samir A from Samir Do. Here we can see became a friend. They adopted several principles from each other or understood each other. Okay. So what diversity arts of life? When we ask what arts of life means, diversity arts of life, because during that time we get cultural synthesis in the field of tasting food or language, and then in the field of geographically knowledge food. That was art of life. Then we compared the geographical and historical situations of Ladakh and Kerala. Then how did Jawaharlal Nehru describe India as in unity in diversity? Okay. then I told you India is a secular state because of we recognized all these diversities as a whole. They was considered as a special feature of India only. So this diversity specialized India from other nations. So here we can wind up our class. Next class we will discuss another topic. Okay, goodbye.